I guess I can call this morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, particularly the ladies that aren't actually watching this show. I don't know why I'm calling it a show, it's just me being a nerd and casting StarCraft games. Anyway, we have our returning Terran pornstar, iDeWxxxWoRk, spawning as I call this the teal Terran, on the western position in Lost Temple, and Paeblits spawning as the yellow Protoss on the eastern position in Lost Temple. They are cross-map positions, and I hate this map. And I'm gonna say stuff about how it's Imba for Terran. Yeah. Got this scout for Paeblits. Anyway, while all this boring early game stuff is going on, chrono boosting probes and building SCVs and supply depots, all that garbage, just gonna go ahead and get this admin stuff out of the way, like telling Rayon to shut the fuck up, because that is a theme here at Monomate casting bad StarCraft games. So we have barracks going down for iDew, gateway going down for Paeblits. Still very normal, standard stuff. Sometimes I want to see some proxies and cannon rushes and stuff. But no, people give me barracks and freaking gateways in the main. Grabbing a gas for iDeWxxWoRk. Grabbing a gas for Paeblits, so I can get that cyber core and get that freaking warp gate out. Oh yeah. Can only assume that iDew is going to get a tech lab for STEM. There goes the orbital command. That's important. Good stuff. I hate these early parts of the games where there's really nothing to talk to or talk about unless people are doing something really out of the ordinary. Cyber core gateway for Paeblits, very standard. Second gas, I do pretty much the same thing when I play Protoss, which is basically never, because I'm really bad at Protoss. I do coming up to scout here again, or maybe for the first time, not sure. Sees the cyber core, sees the second gateway, knows what's up. Okay, so I'm curious. iDew has this gas. Oh, and he's putting down a factory. Okay. I was like, he has the gas, but he hasn't done anything with it. But he's going to go ahead and throw down this factory pretty quickly. Paeblit's going to chrono boost out Stalkers and Warp Gate. He could continue to chrono boost out Warp Gate, but instead he's going to chrono boost the Sentry. That's fine. That works. So he can block off his ramp with force fields if iDew decides to push with his 3 Marines. He's going to go ahead and get a second gas. Not exactly sure what we're going to see here. Tanks, maybe. Thors, possibly. Or he might be going for a starport and Banshee Rush. And Paeblits has supply blocked himself. Always way to win the game when you really need to. You just supply block yourself. Gonna get a bunker up here. Protect his ramp. If this was Zerg, if he was against Zerg, I would not put a bunker up here. Slings will just run by. Just run by. Ignore it completely. Going for a second barracks and getting this tech lab on the factory as well as a starport. I guess he would add a tech lab on the barracks. Okay. I would switch the starport and factory out. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Seems like a good idea to me. But you know what? It doesn't look like he's gonna do that. He is instead going to switch the barracks and the starport. Okay. He just wants to throw us all off here. Just wants this to be like, what the hell is he doing? But yeah, so this looks like a 1-1-1 build, except for the second barracks, so it's a 2-1-1 build. Damn it. And he's going for the Banshees and the Cloak. Awesome. Always good stuff. in the base of Paeblits, we have a robotics facility. So we currently have 2 gates, 1 robo. 2 gates, 1 robo. Awesome build. Normally I get the robo out a lot faster, but as previously stated, I am bad at Protoss, so don't listen to me on that one. So what's going to come out of this robo facility? Nothing, because Paeblits is supply blocked. Awesome. So we have a tank out for iDew. Is he getting siege mode? He is not. He is investing all his money, all his gas in Banshees. Although yeah, there it goes. There's siege mode. Way to go, iDew. Paeblits moving out of the front. If iDew had siege mode, he could hold this off without any trouble. I'm just gonna snipe that Marine. So iDew knows it's coming. He's going to throw down a command center, because that's how you defend against pushes, with command centers. Oh, we're getting an observer from this robo facility. And then, you know, I learned this from day 9. He was like, he told me, he didn't tell me this specifically, this was in a daily. He said, if you build an observer and scout your opponent's base, and then don't change anything about your build or the way you're playing, then you didn't need to build that observer. And iDew losing a Banshee there. And you'll see what happens here. He knows Banshees. Okay, so that is a little bit... He knows that Banshees are coming, so he builds himself a second observer. That is actually pretty clever. But you'll notice that he ends up doing nothing different about his builds or his strategy. He just continues. And see, this was interesting to me, is that these guys just sniped the tanks, but this bunker just ends up pushing the crap out of this force, just destroying it. That was impressive to me. So this Banshee's over here with 52 HP because it walked past some stalkers and got sniped on. iDew gonna throw down his bunkers so we can expand farther down there. Gonna siege up this tank, I imagine. Yeah, he's gonna drop down that expansion. Paeblits also expanding now. But yeah, he's not building anything new out of his Robo Bay. You know, he hasn't changed his strategy at all, even though he knows. But what iDew is doing, you know, with all those Marines, he could go Colossi. Colossi tend to rape Marines in significant numbers. He could go High Templar, although I'm not sure, you know, with the Robo facility already out, it makes sense to... and there he is getting an Immortal to deal with the tanks. That I think is a good choice. iDew is just going to throw down a bunch more barracks. Yeah. Not going to get stem, just going to build Marines. He could get stem and combat shield. He could get both of those simultaneously right now. But that's cool. He's not going to. Just going to build more Banshees. And barracks. Man, he's throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks that he's only going to build Marines out of. Let me tell you. I haven't seen this game, but I bet he's only going to build Marines out of those. 2 more Banshees moving out. That did not work out for him the first time. Let's see how it goes the second time. Got an Immortal out. But yeah, he's still just going on. Well, I guess he did build a 3rd gateway that he's just not going to make into a warp gate. Still going on pretty much two barracks, or 2 gateways, 1 robo. Building a 4th gateway that he will not turn into a warp gate. See, he could just turn this into a warp gate. It'd be amazing. Life would be good. And for whatever reason, iDew hates reactors. He's just like, reactors are garbage. And so he just builds Marines out of excessive numbers of barracks. But it's cool. He's going to throw down another starport. I guess he's going to start getting medevacs, maybe? Or maybe he just wants more Banshees. He is supply blocked, so he needs to do something about that, first of all. There's that observer. He could build like 1 Raven and solve all his problems. Or you know what? Missile turrets. Missile turrets are cheap. And he has these idle workers here. This would not drive me crazy if he would build like 2 less barracks and just build reactors on them. I would be much more excited about that. Continuing to make immortals, that brings the count up to 2, so he's not really constantly producing out of the robotics facility, which was kind of my point, that he didn't need to build a robotics facility to build an observer and then not change anything about what he was doing. He's just continuing to build pretty much warp gates. Although he would have needed the observer to deal with the banshees anyway at some point. I always think, like, when Banshee's cloak, this little thing comes over their head, I always think that's cool. Banshees are some cool units. They're some of my favorite units in the game. I think they're way cooler than Wraiths. Wraiths are kind of garbage. Starport going down for Paeblits. We may see Phoenixes to do with the Banshees, or more likely we'll see Void Rays, because people think Void Rays are really cool. Because, to be honest, Void Rays are pretty cool. Ah, run away, iDeW. This actually did a lot of damage from iDeW. Very cool. Much more successful than the first time. That's very good. You can probably uncloak those now that they're all in. He's just continuing to just pump Marines. And he hasn't done anything with this second starport. If you're not going to do anything with it, you don't need it. You're supply blocked. You need to build supply depots. You need to do that right now. Let's look at, like, the food count. 94 for Paeblits. Oh no, that's iDeW, to 92 to Paeblits. So it's very even. They're both supply blocked. 100% awesome game of just supply block. See, and there go the turrets. He has like 1,000,000 minerals. He could throw down an excessive number of turrets to not have to worry about this frickin', what is that thing called? An observer. And you know what? He could throw down turrets with more than one SCV, so he doesn't have to build them one at a freaking time, because it'll be like 20 minutes before that one over there gets built. And he has this SCV not doing anything, and he's not doing anything with his starport. Why did you build a starport that you're not going to do anything with? Not building anything out of the factory anymore. He's really only building... Is he getting marauders? No, he's only building Marines. He got stim. No, he's researching stim. He could be getting combat shield. He has the money to get combat shield simultaneously. Get combat shield. I'm clicking it for you. Oh, there he goes. He's starting to build turrets with his second SCV. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, getting combat shield. Put reactors on barracks. Did somebody, what just happened? I don't know. But he needs to put reactors on his barracks. You know what? He has the money to be able to build Marines out of all these barracks with reactors. Just do it. Quit queuing up Marines and build reactors. You build them twice as fast. Or not really, you build twice as many of them. Put a reactor on this and build medevacs out of it. Oh, why do you hate reactors so much? I don't understand this. And there goes that observer. Sorry, little observer guy. I guess he's gonna expand to that gold. I don't know if you've seen the new map for Lost Temple, but these cliffs are gone, and these things aren't islands anymore. That's coming in the next patch. Oh, cannons. He's worried about Banshees still. No cannons in the main though. Has he built anything out of the Stargate? Let's find out. Units. He has 3 Phoenixes. Where are they? Phoenix. Where are the Phoenixes? Ah, there's 2 of them. And he left one up there. That's too bad. That Phoenix is lonely. So I guess he did finally change his strategy at some point. Oh, I love... Phoenixes are also a very cool unit. I love how they shoot while they move, and they look cool. I mean, look at them. They're so cool. Look at how cool they are. God. iDeW doesn't have any more Banshees. I was going to show you this, but I forgot. I just recently noticed that Banshees actually, they have a little mouth drawn on the front of them. So they look all intimidating and shit. They're like scary World War II fighters. And now he's not producing out of any of his barracks. He has over 2,000 minerals. This is unacceptable, iDeW. Build reactors. Build more Marines. In fact, just lift this off. throw it down, put a reactor on it. Lick this one off, throw it down, put a reactor on it. Move your starports to the tech labs and start building banshees or something. Like, really. And this is a good pulling back, baiting them into the tanks. Very smart. I think he probably could have tried to take that. I don't really know, but running back out here and suiciding his army, not the best idea. Trying to continue to bait them into the tanks, and he took out a probe with the tanks. That was cool. If you could target fire the Immortal and just take the Immortal down, he's just going to lose his Marine Force. But if you could target fire the Immortal and just take it out and bait them into the tanks, but Paeblits does not want to be baited into tanks. He's aware that that is not a thing he wants to do. He has all these probes up here not doing anything because he mined out his main. If he wants to really remain in this game, he should expand again. Even though he has like a 20 food lead on iDew, because iDew has quit producing. Oh, he's back to producing from his barracks, and he's queuing up units. Just, you were not building anything from your barracks for like 20 seconds, or longer, probably like 2 minutes. I under-exaggerated that. You could have built reactors during that time. Maybe you don't want to build reactors because you think they take too long to build, and you can build more Marines faster by not building reactors, but you just had idle barracks, and those Colossi going to just demolish those Marines, as you can see by their leaving burnt, crispy husks on the ground. A bunch of probes over here not doing anything. I guess he wants to expand down here. I could bet you. Oh, did iDew expand? No, I bet he lost it. I guess we missed him losing his gold expo. Food counts are even. And iDew going for the drop. Drops are cool. Oh, double expansion from Paeblits. He knows he needs money. Or he knows he has money and can spend it on expanding twice. Because he's a boss. Does he know? Did he see the medevacs leave? I don't know what's happening. Well, iDew now sees these, and I bet Paeblits saw those medevacs. This is probably not going to end well for iDew, because as you can see on the minimap, that army is moving straight to intercept. Yep. And then iDew's like, wait, no, I'm just going to go take out this thing right here. Maybe. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Kills one probe. Nexus gone. Now get out of there, iDew. Get out of there! No! Watch this! Oh, that medevac is that? Nope, that medevac full of Marines did not make it. That's too bad. Reactors. Why? Why? And this starport. Why? No, you built like 3 medevacs out of this starport. You know what you could have done? You could have built 3 medevacs out of this starport with a reactor on it. I don't understand this, but sometimes people like to build buildings and then not do anything with them. And he has all these idle. He has 4 idle SCVs that I can see just right there. And he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 idle SCVs. That's probably good for him. Anyway, this should be the end of the game. Really should be. What is happening? God, siege tanks are insane. That should have Paeblits should have been able to hold to push through with that. I don't. God. Siege tanks. Oh, and iDew getting in a drop while all that's happening. Awesome stuff. Yes. Taking out the natural. G. Not even G. Just game. It was not a good game. It was just a game. That's funny. So there you have it. That was a game from our pornstar iDeWxxWoRk and our Protoss Paeblits. Who, yeah. That's all I have to say about it. Oh, that looks cool. That's just an explosion. It's like an Archon merging out of the the exploded Nexus, like a Brood War Archon, not like the Archons from this game, which are kind of not cool. Anyway, that's that game. I'm gonna stop recording now, and goodbye.